Alright, this is a presentation on capital punishment and whether or not it should be banned. This is just opening pictures. It says welcome to death row. This is just one of the many forms of ways you can be executed through capital punishment. This right here is a gas chamber. Alright, some background information. It's also known as the death penalty or execution. In order for you to go through it, you have to be sentenced to death by the judge for an offense or a crime, something that you did yourself. It's still in use today. There's numerous forms of execution used. It can cost millions per year to execute criminals. It's been around since the colonial times, and since the colonial times, about 13,000 people have been legally executed. I believe capital punishment needs to be banned. There's 4 reasons. If you are to execute a person, what's the difference between us and the criminal who committed the crime of killing someone? The relation between capital punishment and crime rates. Executing one person is not going to stop another person from going and killing somebody else. There's a chance that the person you are executing can be innocent. That's known as wrongful execution. And it really does, it costs a lot of money to go through with the capital punishment system. There's a chance that the criminal could be innocent. That's known as wrongful execution, which is miscarriage of justice occurring when innocent person is put to death by capital punishment, the death penalty. An example of that is the execution of Claude Jones, California, and he basically was sentenced to death for the murder of a liquor store owner. And what had happened was he was with two other people, and they went into the store and actually murdered the liquor store owner. But when they got caught, they blamed it on him, and that's all back then. That's all the evidence they needed to put someone through the death penalty. So they killed him, but then later, after his death, found a hair sample at the crime scene which was not his, and it was actually one of the people who went and turned him in. So that's how they knew they wrongfully executed him. But this is just a chart showing the wrongful convictions of 86 death row cases. These are the causes. Then it goes up to 50 by fives for the number of cases. So yeah, that's pretty bad. It's too expensive. It's a long, complex judicial process to ensure innocent. It's long, complex because they ensure innocent people are not executed. However, innocent people are still executed, so it just seems like you're wasting your money. The jury selection process is longer. It usually takes longer in murder-related trials. And just basically the basic fact of it takes more trials and more cases and longer hours to do this, and at these pay rates and everything it costs, it's just costing a lot of money that could be used for something better. So this is just a chart of how much goes up to 10.9 million, which is pretty bad. I mean, that's a lot of money, but and then there's no difference in us and the criminal who committed the offense. If we're trying to show young people, the younger generation, that it's a bad thing to kill, then how can going and killing someone show that it's bad to kill? You're just going against everything that you're saying. It's a huge human rights violation. And in Article 5 of the Universal Declaration, it says, "No one shall be subjected to torture or to cruel and inhumane or degrading treatment or punishment." Obviously, putting someone through the death penalty is torture, cruel, inhumane, degrading treatment, and it may favor the brutalization effect, basically saying that it sends out a message that killing is okay, and it's obviously not okay. So this is just a cool. I thought this fit in real well. Why do we kill people? We kill people to show killing people is wrong. Which is, the statement is actually very true. These are some reasons why people prefer capital punishment: the safety of fellow jailmates. If someone who kills someone goes to jail for life, they feel as if that person is going to go on a rant and start killing people. So it's revenge to certain people and families. Some people believe that other people don't deserve to be alive, well, because they took somebody else's life. Capital punishment ensures that that person will pretty much never do that again because he's dead. So I believe it needs to be abolished. How can you try and send the right message to people showing them the opposite of what you're saying? At a time like this, saving money is exactly what we need to do as a nation as a whole to help everything. And finally, how could you live with yourself knowing you have taken the life of someone who is completely innocent? That's something that would hang with you for a while. And this is just a list of references. Now I'm going to show the crowd